Weil die dich aus dem Schwanz geboren hat. Gut, da war schon wieder was. 30 Sekunden. Da, das sind Map-Schnipsel. Da oben. Immer so zwischendrin. Jetzt wird die Musik auch spannender. Da unten, was ist das denn? Das sah aus wie eine Drohne oder so. Ein Geschütz. Kann ich jetzt nicht erkennen. Jetzt geht hier ganz schnell alles hier.
4, 3,
1. Yeah. Okay. Geht wahrscheinlich los mit Trail. Oh.
Captain. Prost.
Let's go get him.
The future. Call of Duty begins now. Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Ist das schon Warzone? Warzone Mobile. Wer Angst? Das ist Dings, ne? Nicht Multiplayer, sondern ein Disco. So, jetzt wollen wir alle sehen. Ja, Ende! Oh, guck mal, ist sogar live.
Hello everyone and welcome to Call of Duty Next. I'm Johanna Ferris, the general manager of Call of Duty, and I am thrilled to help kick off a truly significant moment, not only for the highly anticipated upcoming release of Modern Warfare 2, but a very significant moment for the future of the entire Call of Duty franchise. You see, over the last several years, we've experienced explosive and dynamic growth, and we've learned a ton along the way. And those learnings have fueled our ambition to deliver a wholly new, elevated player experience. One focused, of course, on delivering more fun and innovation, but also state-of-the-art tech advancements built to support a more connected Call of Duty community than ever before. So just know that what we shared today across Modern Warfare 2, our brand new Warzone 2.0 experience coming later this fall, and our designs to bring Warzone to mobile for players on the go are all certainly big news. But it's just the first chapter of a very bold, long-term vision that we carry to take Call of Duty to even higher heights in the years to come. Ultimately, though, we know that you, our players and fans around the world, will be the judge of all that. And it's why we are thrilled to be doing this on the eve of our Modern Warfare 2 beta, and to be here live in person with more than 200 of the biggest streamers and creators in all of gaming. They will finally get their hands on the
die dürfen gleich schon spielen, ne? Die Spastis. Ja, aber cool, ja, die dürfen ja gleich spielen. Die dürfen gleich. Ninja. Hallo. Die haben Glück, weil die eingeladen worden sind. Oh, weil ich noch nicht so berühmt bin. Wenn ich dann irgendwann nächstes Jahr dann, ne? Nächstes Jahr werde ich dann von Call of Duty eingeladen.
Kelly ist halt der Sänger.
Ja, ist der verlorene Kelly.
Aber du nimmst nicht mit, oder?
Ja, ja, klar. Ich sag dann, du bist ja mein Senior Manager. Wir wollen da 200 Leute sitzen. Jetzt hat Time the Matt. Keine Ahnung, kenne ich nicht. Tim the irgendwas. Oh, die haben auch schicke Stühle, ne? Mit dem MW-Logo drauf.
Vielleicht haben wir davon schon mal einen
Stuff. Das kommt, das glaube ich nicht. Ich denke mir, die haben gekillt. Ja, das kann auch sein, ne? Das könnte eher sein.
Everything we do is in the service of fun. Whether you're a hardcore player or a casual player, whether you are somebody who likes to play with your friends or you like to play alone, wherever you played, be it on console or PC or mobile, however you play, whether you're a camper or a slayer, we've tried to think about fun for you. And hopefully today you're going to see that and play that.
Wenn jetzt alle Pro-Spieler da sterben würden, wer sind denn die neuen Pro-Spieler?
And I'm particularly excited about some of the social features that are coming as part of this launch. Things like proximity chat and new gulag twists. There's definitely going to be instances where players will interact not only with their own squads, but may even have to work together with other players in unexpected and pretty fresh ways.
Hat eine Sonnenbrille auf.
Seen some hilarious interactions, in fact, during
guck mal, das ist schon mal das Menü, oder? Von neuen MW gewesen, was man da sehen konnte bei ihm auf dem Bildschirm.
Now, Pat, what can you tell us about weapons?
Oh, wow.
Ja, da konntest du gerade sehen. Aber was ich mich wundere, warum hat sie eine grüne Hose an, warum hat der nichts Grünes an?
The camera. The camera represents your eyes.
Camera.
Right? So connecting the camera to your body. We've done that with some inverse kinematics and some physics and other things like that. We've connected then the body to the hands on the gun. Again, with some sophisticated inverse kinematics. We've connected the gun with the actual bullets coming out of it. So now, wherever that gun is pointed, however it's pointed, the bullets are coming out of it exactly from the barrel. There's no disconnect there. And that's before I even get into what we've done with the new gunsmithing and how you build your weapons and the platforms, etc.
Mara da sitzt.
You're gonna play it, and I hope you love it like we do.
All right, well, we've taken up enough time, but before they kick us off the stage, can we tell them about raids?
Yes, thank you. So, with the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, and then shortly after that, Warzone 2.0, and then very shortly after that, for the first time ever, we're going to release a raid in Call of Duty.
nur 5. Das wurde schon gesagt.
Kind of gameplay. It's very intense.
Wieder ein bisschen entspannter.
It's very fun, and we're super excited about it. And by the way, there's one other thing I want to talk about for all of you hardcore players out there. I heard so many of you talk about what kinds of gameplay challenges can you give us beyond just winning, which anyway, I won't go off on that, but we've got a whole series of quests and gameplay challenges that occur when you actually win in Warzone or you hit different milestones that you'll have an opportunity to do. And believe me when I say everyone in the match will know when you're on them and if you prevail at them. So look forward to that.
Big things ahead. And now, before we kick it over to Miles and team to carry the day, we are extremely excited to give you the world premiere of the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer trailer.
Okay, alles klar, Multiplayer Trailer. Let's go.
We got intel reports of Hassan and the cartel forming terrorist cells all over the globe.
Hoffentlich gibt es eine schöne Map, so eine kleine. Nicht bei MW. Das ist eine coole Map. Also die ist cool.
Ja.
Ich glaube, hier gibt es technische Schwierigkeiten gerade.
Hey, boah, geil, Alter.
Boah, Alter, hast du das gesehen, ey? Boah, super, ey.
Ja.
Das war cool.
Nicht schlecht.
Das sah ja cool aus. Ah.
Da sind wir wieder.
Ja, cool. Also den Schwarzen sah echt cool aus. Aua. Finisher Moves, ganz wichtig.
Multiplayer.
Oh na, Herzschlag. Oh geil, das sind die Campergranaten. Okay. Das ist aber ein anderer Modus, ein Multiplayer-Modus mit so einer Geisel. Schöne Sniper. Schön große Sniper. Was ist das? Ah, das sind ja auch eine Kamera. Das gibt's auch. Cool. Ah, nice.
Shipment mit Autos.
Nuketown. Mit Autos. Ja, geil. Thriller. Thriller. Ja, holen runter, ey. Holen runter. Den Bomber. Den Bomber. Aber, oh. Haben wir da schon Warzone? Kann das sein? Sieht fast so aus. Oh, das ist eine cool. Bumm.
Ja.
Könnte das schon der erste Blick der Warzone-Map sein?
Ja, oder?
Minen im Wasser. Also das ist die Waffenschmiede. Ich denke mal, das war ein Multiplayer. Vielleicht war das Dings. DMC-Modus, Warzone 2. Oh, da war's. Okay, das ist doch Warzone. Weapons. Steam.
I'm on my way.
Nein.
Pre-order now.
Pre-order now and get early access.
Open Beta, direkt morgen. Ja, also Open nicht. Ach, guck mal. Gucken wir uns den nochmal an, den Trailer. Vielleicht das, was da fehlte.
We got intel reports
Dreamburrow.
Hassan and the cartel.
Die paar Szenen, die da schwarz waren.
Jetzt wieder schwarz.
Aber man konnte schon so einiges sehen. So von interessanten Dingen. Ich glaube, es wird ganz anderes, oder? Das Ghost. Da sehen wir mal einen schönen Finisher. Aber schwimmen kann man anscheinend auch, ne? Fuck. Weil smoothes Waffenwechsel. Ah ne, hier sind wir wieder eingestiegen mit dem Juggernaut. Jetzt der Dolphin Dive. So, hier haben wir noch einen Finisher. Jetzt kommen gleich diese coolen Granaten, die er in die Decke schmeißt. Zack. Und puff. Wurfmesser gibt es auch wieder. Und das ist anscheinend irgendein Modus, wo du eine Geisel retten musst. Multiplayer, denke ich. Sniper. Dicke Sniper. Auch cool mit so einer Kamera, ne?
Wo du dann gucken kannst.
Hängen und schießen.
Das auch.
Bin halt gespannt, ob man wie viel von diesem Equipment auch in den Warzone 2 reinkommt. Kameras und dieser Granate. Die Camper-Granate, die ist ja eigentlich ganz cool. Wenn da welche irgendwo rumrocken. Erst die Granate irgendwo ranschmitten und dann nach oben pushen. Warzone like this. Sieht so wüstenmäßig aus. Wenn das neue Warzone Map ist, fehlt mir noch so eine große Hauptstadt wieder. Ja, das stimmt. Mal gucken, was wir gleich sehen. Ganz Mist. Warzone, das war auch Warzone wieder, da hat man wieder was gesehen. Ultimate Weapon is Team. Jetzt haben wir nichts über den Dings gesehen, über den Escape of Tarkov Modus, der anscheinend ja auch drin sein soll.
And there we go, Call of Duty fans. The
Here we go.
nice. We ran it twice. It is all there. Everything that makes this franchise so special. We are incredibly excited to be here today. And after that, quite frankly, how can you not be? My name is Miles Ross, and I'm so excited to be here with a few of the members of the Infinity Ward team who are bringing Modern Warfare 2 to life. Guys, we have 200 of our friends behind us who are going to be playing and streaming shortly. But before that, we also have Stephanie Snowden, Director of Communications for Infinity Ward, as well as Joe Seeker over the on-there, Jeff Smith, Multiplayer Design Directors here at Infinity Ward. Guys, first off, how are things evolving from Modern Warfare 2019? I mean, let's start high level, because there's a lot to get through today, guys. You saw that trailer. Let's go with the philosophy, Steph. Let's stay high level. What went into the creation of the game?
You said it precisely. There is so much. This game has just so much content. It's got something for everyone, and it's really been the result
Stephanie
of 3
Snowden.
years of hard work at IW and our partners across all of the Activision studios. And so much of that work started with you guys at home, the community, the fans, our creators here, and that conversation and feedback from 2019 is really been a core piece of what Modern Warfare 2 is. And it's a dialogue that we hope to, continue, especially here today. Well, we've got so much in store with this MP experience, and people like Jeff and Joe here, who I am honored to work with, and their experience on this franchise, we're in good hands.
Indeed. Okay, so Jeff, I don't know where to start anymore. Let's set up what Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is all about, and let's stay high level for now, because there's a lot of details, friends, juicy details.
Sure. I mean, when you come into making a sequel, it can be kind of tricky. what do you keep from the previous game? What
Director
do you
of
get rid
Map
of?
Design.
And where can you add new things in and not mess up this kind of nicely balanced ecosystem
Map
that we have?
Design.
And so we came up with a few methods. One of them being player behaviors. And I say behaviors and not play styles. I think a lot of people will say play styles, but that can kind of change during a match. But behaviors are more ingrained in how players play. And we just put them into 3 big groups. We call them rushers, which are just aggressive players. They just want to find the action and go. And then we have sentinels, and these are defensive players. They want to just kind of hold down a building, maybe keep a overwatch.
Camper, meinst du?
And then we have stalkers, which are reactive, and they kind of hang back and try to read the field and read where spawns are. And really, we just kind of use these as filters to keep us honest with the content that we're making. So they're making enough toys and equipment for players to be successful playing our game.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Stephanie, what are some of the new features coming to multiplayer, some of the new stuff that you're most excited to talk about?
Oh boy, there are a ton of new features to dive into with this game, but we really pushed forward even the
What
most
is new?
fundamental
Guns with
aspects of
Maps,
what
Modus
makes a
und
Call of
Beta.
Duty
Alles klar.
with Modern Warfare 2, and it's been really amazing for me to come on board this past year and see these innovations coming to life, to hear Jeff
Die habe ich gestern schon gesehen, das kam schon bei YouTube, die Gun Schmidt.
the 1v1. And personally for me, water. Our water
Hoppala!
games, we love water.
Fällt mir
It's
doch
really
glatt
hard to
der
make
Energy um.
games. But the aquatic combat,
Und die hat aber ein schönes T-Shirt an. Pailletten, ob das auch so ein Wendepailletten-Ding ist?
is really going to speak to fans, and
Man,
it's
so
been something
drüber
that I've really
rubbeln
enjoyed
kann.
playing last couple months.
Dann ist sie wahrscheinlich grün, so wie Call of Duty 2.
Can we go into some details about our water-based adventures in MW2?
Yeah, I mean, last year we really wanted to add water, and we knew we didn't have time, right?
Map Designer, Director, Josef heißt der. Josef Kochgott.
Beautiful caustics, there's waves, there's white caps, but we also, the gameplay side, there's unique ballistics underwater. You only can use certain weapons underwater. Your pistol is your weapon underwater, otherwise you can't use your primary
Unter Wasser ist cool. Tauchen kannst du.
Nice cover or evasion mechanic. If you're getting shot at, you can dive into the water, and as you get deeper, it gets murkier. Like the farther you are from something, you can't see it. And so
schon immer, seitdem die nicht mehr mit Schießpulver geladen werden.
into water and really flex on what water could be in Call of Duty, and you saw the boats and the mine that floats, and every piece of equipment has been filtered, like how does it work in water? Like, we
Also
had to
kannst
look
du
at
in einer
everything in the game and say, how does it work in
Multiplayer-Map
water?
auf jeden Fall schon mal schwimmen und tauchen.
Vehicles will just slowly submerge like they really would instead of blinking out.
Yeah, everything,
A lot of details.
The behaviors are
Wie
awesome.
lange können wir unter Wasser bleiben, ist die Frage.
Can't quite wait to literally dip my toes into those waters. But guys, let's not forget about the ground and the air. Like, I mean, what else is going to be coming to the movement system? Joe, what do we got?
Well, you know, last game we did mount, and we had slide, and even though we're a military shooter, fluid movement is super important to us. So this game, you saw in the trailer, you can see here on the video, we have a new ledge hang mechanic, and that's essentially a high mantle. But instead of doing a high mantle and throwing yourself up over into combat, you can now peek. If you have a pistol, you can pull that pistol out and use that. We also
Aber
added
nur
a
der
dive.
Pistole, also
You know, last
egal.
game we had the slide that kept your gun up, but we really wanted players to have an option where if they're getting shot at, they don't know where they're getting shot at, they can get down,
Dolphin
get out
dive.
of fire.
Oder?
But the other really cool thing is the dive's just high enough to let you get through a window. And so if you throw a grenade up into a
Delfin
building, second
jump.
story, often you'll see players, you know, like rats leaving a ship, diving out through the windows. And it's just another option for players in combat.
Yeah, and all of these dynamic movements mean you can interact with vehicles specifically in a very cool way. I'm going to
Vehicles
save
auch gut.
some of that gas
Vehicles.
for when we get to Warzone 2.0, but it's really exciting.
Die erste
vehicle
Beta von
details
Vegas, war das
to
nicht diese
come.
komische
But now, guys, let's talk about
Diese
obviously
kleine Map.
Crazy Sandbox,
Und
lot
diese
of
Alpha.
things to play with.
Auch,
Joe,
oder?
what are some of the new
Nee, mal
dynamic
ein-
items that we're going to be throwing
Einmal
at each
gab's
other?
doch diese-
Ja, stimmt, diesen mit dem Satelliten, die abgestürzte. Aber bei der Alpha konntest du ja nur auf PlayStation diesen komischen einen Modus spielen, diesen neueren, Champion of the Hill, wo du in diesen verschiedenen Teams gespielt hast. Geil!
And it faces the person that triggered it, and so it's a great distraction technique.
Das war allerdings, oder?
With a clacker, if you want to control when it goes off, you can throw it in
Was war
water.
das? EMP, oder? Oh, ja, geil! Herzschlagsensor stören, ja, geil, das ist cool. Das ist eine coole Knarre. Das sieht qualitativ schon ziemlich nice aus. Gibt's bestimmt. Die sind coolen Kameras, ne?
but it also has a battery as a balancing mechanic, so you can't use it in.
Der Herzschlagsensor hat eine Batterie.
This is the tac cam too, which
Yeah.
you guys saw, which
Finde ich
to me
vernünftig.
is,
Hoffentlich auch in Warzone.
a personal favorite.
You can put out a lot
Ja,
of them,
der wird
and
bei
you
das dann
can
nicht
patch
reinbringen,
into
ja.
your teammates, so you can. It gets a little crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a sticky GoPro, but will
Ja,
actually mark your
permanent.
enemies for your team.
Ja.
Da ist die Frage, ob das eine Batterie hat und wenn sie leer ist, ist es leer oder wenn du nicht mehr guckst, lädt der auch.
So many toys and new tools that we're like.
Oder halt so wie totenstill, wenn du es aktivierst und dann. Dann kannst du ja mit Autos, wenn die Autos kaputt sind, dann musst du zu einer also in der Nähe von der Tankstelle sein, dann repariert sich das Auto. Und du musst dein Auto anscheinend auch tanken.
Cool, das ist ja cool.
Gunsmiths, da haben wir's. Gunsmithy.
Yeah, so the new Gunsmith allows players to build out their weapons more smoothly than ever before. We put out some videos yesterday for the Intel drop. I hope people dig into those if you want a better look at Gunsmith 2.0. But we're really looking at unprecedented opportunities for weapon customization. And the new weapon platforming will actually allow players to unlock universal attachments through cross progression.
Ja, genau, du kannst für eine Waffe Attachments auch für andere Waffen freischalten. Schaltest jetzt für die M4 ein Visier frei, das kannst du dann auf die Fat Reckon machen.
And I'm really excited to see the streamers and the content
FFS
creators jump
Hurricane.
into this today. I know we all love the gun bench from 2019.
Ja, das kann. Da sieht man auch schon so ein bisschen was vom Interface. Da haben sie dann jetzt den einen Stopper drauf gemacht. Bei Intel. Weißt du, wie Frau, was machen die eigentlich danach mit den ganzen PCs und Bildschirmen, die da stehen haben? Ja. Und dann sitzen wir da. Bring mal Energy mit.
Through attachments with the weapon name wouldn't change. We couldn't change the receiver. And really that's the key thing this game is you can go into Gunsmith and set up an AK-47 assault rifle with a thermal optic, with a suppressor, with a grip. And then you can say, you know what, I want to change up the playstyle of this gun. You can swap out the receiver to the AK-74U, make it an SMG, but you can keep that optic, that suppressor, that grip, they all come with. And to what Stephanie said, we have shared attachments within these platforms. We have branching progression. You unlock those guns by playing with other guns. And then we have shared attachments across all guns. And it's all to hit this vision of I'm building up an arsenal.
Kannst du eine AK zu einer AKU bauen.
I think maybe the simplest way to think about it is a gun tree, and each time you hit a branch, that's a receiver, and they grow out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we wanted to ground that in reality. Functionally, a receiver, you know, is based in that changing the weapon type, and I think it provides a really seamless experience for players looking to build out the perfect weapon for a multitude of play styles. So you're going to be able to jump into that platform and customize however you want for, you know, situational combat. And you're actually going to see the FJX Cinder weapon vault in action today, which is the entirely unlocked Platform 1, the M4, the Mic 4. And the weapon vault maintains its aesthetic properties across all corresponding attachments. So we've heard you talk about the Frankenprint. This is our answer. It's an extremely rare. This is a huge, you know, project for our teams to design these, but it is the ultimate weapon blueprint. And even better, you can unlock the entire Cinder weapon vault with the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, alles klar.
Available in beta.
Available in beta, so we can rock with that thing all weekend long. Okay, so Gunsmith looks incredible. Okay, I'm excited. I cannot wait to get into this one soon. Our streamers are going to get into this one soon as well. But first, guys, we need to hear about maps and modes. We've got our tools to play with, equipment, weapons, maps and modes, though. Let's get into this one. Let's get into the design team, you know, the philosophy.
Du kannst, wenn du in der Open Beta spielst, eine Waffe freispielen. MP4-Bauplan.
From the start, we knew we wanted to build another big map. Not only for Battle Royale, but also
Open Beta ist noch nicht. Übermorgen, nee. 4 Tagen oder so dann. Erst ist jetzt PlayStation 2 Tage, dann ist PlayStation offen, dann ist Xbox und dann ist komplett offen.
Really fine-tuned that they can play large-scale core modes like Ground War and a bunch of others really well. And so you know, stepping back from this large map and looking at how much open world sandboxy gameplay that we have, we looked back at our 6v6 maps and really tried to refine and make them a tighter experience to contrast all this big world kind of exploratory gameplay. So the
große Maps und so kleine Maps wären cool.
In comparison to the last game,
6v6.
a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more refined, and I think fans will really enjoy how quick they play.
Das Haus wäre cool. So eine kleine, schnelle Map. So wie das Haus oder das hier Shipment. Nuketown, ja, Nuketown ist schon wieder ein bisschen zu groß. Wenn du mit das Haus und Shipment vergleichst. Jetzt vielleicht nur die beiden Häuser, nicht was hinter den Häusern ist und in der Mitte dann ja vielleicht.
So Serif Bay is this little fishing town in the south coast of our big map, and we picked this because it has such a great mix of gameplay. It's right on a harbor, so we get to show off all our boats and our new amphibious APC.
Das ist eine Map.
And you know, swimming, as we've already said.
Ground
When
Dings.
you get inside the town, is this really intense urban
Bodenkrieg,
combat with
da
all
meine
these
ich.
tight little alleyways.
Ground War.
And all this great rooftop combat, and mixed with our ledge hang, you get these
Ob
really
das auch ein Teil ist außer Dings, Warzone Map?
action happening.
Yeah, I love how you describe the rooftops there on this map specifically as like a separate ecosystem. You can kind of migrate that entire vertical.
You can go up there and just hang out and fight other snipers.
All right, well that looks fantastic, Jeff. Okay, so that's one of our larger maps. What about some of the 6v6 maps? I think we have some footage of one of the new maps that we're going to be seeing today, named Mercado Las Almas. Do you mind giving some details on this one?
Sure, Mercado.
Las Almas, Mercados Las Almas, kleine Map. Hey, sieht aus wie Favelas.
Our story behind this is, you know, the authorities have some intel that narcotics are being smuggled out of a warehouse, and they're going in trying to find and seize them.
Sieht eher aus nach Brasilien, oder? Guck mal. Favela-like. Wohl auch nicht.
The Mercado is a very dangerous neck of the woods, so watch out when you're playing in the beta. It plays fast.
Cannot wait, really cannot wait. Looks fantastic, and again, interesting to
Super
see.
Bock mal erstmal Beta zocken.
All sorts of fun and games ahead of
Für
us.
PlayStation kannst du nicht, obwohl eventuell, weiß ich nicht.
Fantastic. But let's go back to modes. So we've seen some maps. What about the modes being played on battle maps?
Ja, kannst du nicht.
We will have the return of Ground War, but we've got a new large-scale mode that you've alluded to, right? Let's talk Invasion.
Invasion?
So Invasion is it's a big war map. It's like a big war TDM, or we affectionately call it Shipment of Ground War. It's 20v20 players, but there's also 20 AI on each team.
20 gegen 20, Team Deathmatch.
They're coming in on medium birds. And it's this high
auch
action
so wie
mode.
Bodenkrieg.
It's super fun, but it's also really chill. The announcer's not barking at you. He's not saying like, hey, get to B, you know, they're taking C. You can kind of play it how you want to play it. You sit up on a rooftop and snipe. You can grab a shotgun and go room clear.
Also so ein Camper-Modus.
Into the enemy's base. AI will come hunt you. But we've also been really
Aber ist vielleicht ein guter Modus, um Longshotse zu machen.
We didn't put AI in kill streaks or anything like that because we don't want AI showing up in search and destroy. We don't want AI in domination.
Je nachdem, was man da für die Tarnung machen muss.
For AI, and it's a super fun. Can't wait for people to try it.
Kind of a funny aside, you know, we took the name Ground War from a playlist in MW2, and that was just large scale.
Oft habe ich schon gesagt, dass da kein Zombie-Modus für rauskommt.
The DOM in the last game, and now we're able to add kind of the sandbox TDM, and so we're kind of completing the cycle of that old playlist.
Yeah. Well, this large-scale stuff looks amazing. This looks so awesome. And okay, so what about the new 6v6 modes? Let's keep dialing it in closer and closer. Steph, what have we got?
Yeah, so we also have two new 6v6 modes that you're going to be seeing here played today.
6v6.
And they will be in beta in Prisoner Rescue.
Guck mal, hier haben wir die Prisoner Rescue Mission, alles klar.
Okay, let's go into Prisoner Rescue first, Joe.
So Prisoner Rescue is an attack and defend mode. It's a round-based mode. The defenders have two prisoners. They're kind of spread out, and they need to keep hold of them. The goal of the attackers is to get to those prisoners, pick them up, and carry them to exfil. When you pick them up, you enter what's called a wounded carry, where they're up on your shoulders and you can't use your primary weapon.
Ist die Frage, ob man da wieder spawnt oder ob man, wenn man tot ist, tot ist. Ja, glaube ich auch. Wie heißt denn der andere Modus nochmal? Suchen und zerstören, ist das nicht da auch so?
The objective icon over the prisoner goes away as soon as they scoop them up. So now the defenders have to basically rotate back to the exfil.
Ja, Cold War Object Jagd.
Adrenaline pushing like mode once you grab that prisoner and try and get them out.
Hört sich aber auch noch einen interessanten Modus an.
Definitely, you know, big S&D energy in this mode, which resonates with me in my time in esports. So this is my personal favorite of the new ones, and also sort of the strategic revives that happen. There is a revive mechanic, and so you are able to pick up your teammates. And I've seen some pretty wild comebacks in our playtest so far.
So far.
Fun. We got to play a tiny bit yesterday. It was amazing. Incredibly fun, and I know the community is going to love diving into it over the next week. Okay, I can hardly believe that there's actually a lot more content to get through, but there's one more thing I have to bring up. I have the honor of officially announcing that third-person view is finally coming to Modern Warfare 2. What are the details behind this one? We got a little teaser of it on stage from Patrick.
Third person?
Yeah, you saw a little hint of it in the trailer too. It's been a pet
first.
for us, right?
That's a third person.
And all while we're working on all this other stuff, we've been kind of lifting up and doing third person in each mode. And the cool thing is that it's a modifier on our game, right?
That's cool, yeah.
Das ist irgendwie cool.
In the beta we're playing
So dass man auch
but we want to try it post-launch in
Ja.
S&D. We want to
und
try
dass
it
wenn man
in
dann zielt wieder
VR.
in First.
Ja, das ist cool, ja.
Okay.
You know, camera work. The
Und
camera collision's been
nur in
reworked.
dem
It handles
Modus
tight
oder
spaces.
wie?
There's a
Muss
water
jetzt
camera. There's an interior camera. You can feel the weapon shake when you're
Modern
firing
Warfare
with it.
2
And it's just-
erstmal,
we put a lot
wurde
of work
gesagt.
into it, and we're excited for people to give it a try.
Incredible. I can't wait to see what third-person COD feels like in 2022. Sexy skins and everything. This is a lot of information, Steph. Like, there's a ton here.
I tried to warn you. We're delivering a lot of new features for you guys to try out ahead of release. And I said we were going to be bold with this beta, and we are, but there's
Jetzt
even
möchte ich aber
more to
bitte
come at
Mobile,
launch. So
Call of Duty Mobile
this
sehen.
is just a taste.
How is this just a taste? How can there be even more? I mean,
We haven't even got to Warzone
we're not
yet.
even okay. Okay, so what about this year's third mode?
So I'm happy to say that Special Ops will return as our third mode, and will be focused
Special
on
Ops.
two-player missions, asymmetrical in game design. So
Oh,
think
Co-op
one
Mission.
player on air support, one player
Ja.
on the ground, and I think the OG fans will be really excited because
Mhm.
we've looked at, you know,
Yep.
some of the iconic Modern Warfare missions like Overwatch, and really tried to implement some of those themes into the design. So we'll be talking more about Special Ops in the months to come.
Steph, you're saying I should be looking now for a special ops partner.
Sitting right next to you.
Yes, you are indeed. Well, I'm all set then, Stephanie. I do believe we have one more surprise for PlayStation players out there. What's that?
Indeed we do. Let's roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Was bist du denn?
Ja.
Wahrscheinlich ein Skin, den man frei spielt auf PlayStation. Oh. PlayStation exklusiv.
Man nennt direkt.
Wahrscheinlich jetzt vorbestellt. Ist glaube ich kein Franzose. Der hat einfach eine Infinite Rüstung. Guck mal, das sieht aus wie eine. Ja, Modern Warfare 2.0. Ja, den kannst du so runterladen, Pack anscheinend.
Ohne Geld wird, ja.
PlayStation players will receive an exclusive operator, Oni. Oni is a warrior and gun for hire, descended from centuries-old samurai clan and torn between country and family, just like me. This is such an awesome-looking operator, guys. Oni is going to be playable on day one for all who pre-ordered through the PlayStation Store. Plus, he comes with a high-level weapon blueprint, playable in multiplayer and Warzone 2.0. Steph, badass.
Oni is awesome. I myself am a PlayStation player, and so I will be locking
Warzone
becoming Oni
2.0.
main day one for this game. And it's been really awesome to see our narrative team building out his lore, really bringing this operator to life with the creation of his backstory, his motives. And I think the art team absolutely crushed it with this skin. He is so
Anfangs noch bei Vanguard, wo jeder Charakter so eine Intro-Sequenz hat und jetzt am Ende nicht mehr.
Also das war echt cool eigentlich.
Ja.
So for anyone who wants to get an early first-hand look at Modern Warfare 2, and trust me, you definitely want to, it is
Da hast du die Beta-Daten,
available
Bruder.
around the corner for PlayStation players who pre-order any version. Early access to the open
Vom
beta
16. bis zum
starts tomorrow, so
26.
make sure you are preloading right now.
Also
Now,
ab dem
also check out your
22.
screens,
können
since here's
wir
exactly
nicht spielen. Ab 24. Open Beta for All. Ja, sonst nur alleine hier. Ja, also ich würde auf jeden Fall morgen spielen. Weiß ich nicht, wie hat er denn letztes Mal? Hat er geklappt, dass du an der PlayStation Dings gespielt hast? An der 4? Müssen wir ausprobieren. Ja. Das ist auch ein klein, finde ich auch wohl cool, dass du die Kampagne eine Woche vorher spielen kannst. Dann hast du die Kampagne durch und dann kannst du dich nur auf Multiplayer konzentrieren.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Mountain Dew,
Mountain Dew
of Modern Warfare 2. Little Caesars,
Werbung.
a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 2.
Warum nicht?
HyperX, official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Play like a pro on the big screen with 144Hz VRR and AMD FreeSync, now on TCL's 6 Series TVs. Prime Gaming. Visit gaming.amazon.com today and start claiming your free content.
Den waren wir gerade noch auf Caldera unterwegs. Green
We have 200 creators here on site, marching down the green carpet with one mission in mind: to be the first players to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
And there is so much in this game. There is almost too much. This is like one of those days where I enter and my hopes are so high.
And what are you looking forward to most when it comes to Warzone 2?
Prisoner rescue.
I'm looking forward to using that inflatable soldier decoy to.
Warum ist der verkleidet, ey?
I'm honestly here just to learn as much as I can.
Was ist das denn? Achso, also Mountain Dew ist drin. Loadout.
Maybe some OG maps coming back.
A map that everyone can play.
Honestly, give me a broken shotgun.
Gott. Eine broken shotgun.
Search and destroy code red.
Capture the flag, code red.
If I'm going hard with the boys on a long night at S&D and I'm trying to get some nasty in-game comms, I'm drinking Baja Blast all night.
Terminal or high rise?
Easy terminal.
Ooh, ja.
Terminal. Most people have terminal nostalgia.
Terminal High Rise, Bruder. Wäre ich mir ein bisschen geiler.
I just replayed that recently and I realized that spawn trapping is horrendous.
Easy. Strike.
High rise. High rise.
Terminal.
What's your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew?
I've grown up on Code Red, so it's still Code Red for me.
Mountain Dew noch nie gesoffen.
Just Mountain Dew itself.
Man, I was gonna pick Code Red too.
Can I get a second one?
Sprach er und trinkt seine Plörre.
October 17th, unlock dual double XP,
Mountain Dew.
and also an exclusive Mountain Dew skin.
Heißt gar nicht Mountain Dew. Ja, ein bisschen Werbung darf auch sein. Do the Dev.
Call of Duty
Next. Da passt ja auch mit der grünen Farbe. Oh ja. Packst du wieder deinen Schwanz ein?
Ja. Sweaty t-shirts abound. Here we go. Welcome back to Call of Duty Next, friends. We promised it was coming up, and now the wait is over. It is time to talk about Warzone 2.0. We got a glimpse of some Warzone 2.0 in the multiplayer trailer earlier today, and it does look awesome. However,
ja, man hat wirklich Clips von Warzone in dem Multiplayer-Trailer gesehen.
Josie got is joining us, but of course, welcome Jack O'Hara, game director at Infinity Ward. Joe, how are we feeling? We ready to party here? I mean, this is a lot. We need to know everything. Warzone 2.0. Stephanie, the world cannot wait.
It feels crazy for me to be up here revealing Warzone 2.0. I ended up at IW as a fan of the game, and so this moment is absolutely bananas for me. But Warzone 2.0 is everything that we loved about the original Warzone, right? Where it's based on the same experience that we all had, that fun, all of those moments, and it's a return to shared tech across the universe for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to create a really streamlined player experience. And I think the key innovations that we discussed for multiplayer, those all exist across Warzone 2.0 as well.
Ja, nicht so hoch, also nicht so bergig.
It's the same world, and I think the players are going to love it.
Ja, so kleine Hügel, das war cool. Ja.
So MW2 and Warzone 2 have been developed side by side since the beginning, right? Since we started down this road, and they're part of the same universe. Like Stephanie said, they share the same mechanics, the same weaponry, and even more than that. But the centerpiece of all this, of course, is the new map that we've been working on since 2020 with teams across the globe. It brings together our philosophies on map design, it brings together new technologies in order to do it.
Shared universe, always. What's now? DMC launch date. Okay.
The first few years of Warzone, and we're really excited for them to land in Al Mazrah with their squad. There's a wide variety of points of interest for players to explore in this map, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody in it.
Well, here we go, a brand new map to explore and traverse. I cannot wait. Stephanie, let's take a look.
That's right, Miles. Welcome to Al Mazrah.
Al Mazrah.
This is our new map for Warzone 2.0. It is a really interesting mix of geography. It is expansive desert settings with a mix of industrial areas,
Fortress.
towns,
Da unten sieht aus wie Fortune's Keep unten.
It looks way better on this screen than it did on Twitter.
Very brave.
Auch cool, wenn die reingenommen haben.
Really cool elevation, rocky peaks.
Very
subterranean spaces. This map is beautiful, and it's actually the biggest BR map that we've ever made. And I am so excited for all of our streamers here to jump into Al Mazrah later today.
It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, so that was a big picture, and it's a great way to see it from a sort of top-down layout. But let's take a better look at some of these points of interest.
So when we set out to create these spaces, the team works to
das war da unten, wo ich gesagt habe, sieht aus wie Fortune's Keep.
Infrastructure in between all the different what we call points of interest along the map. And if you're paying attention, you might even see a few that seem pretty familiar out there as well. And so as the team works through these, they're trying to find some variety on each point of interest to make them something that the player will want to drop in and get the particular of that single point of interest and find the place that they want to go and where they want to play. Whether it be a high elevation, observatory at the center of the map, whether it be a big city that's at the top right.
Schöne Stadt, schöne große Stadt, wirklich an Downtown.
Where we have water intersecting with geometry here.
Airport.
So we have in this one,
Alter, geil.
Familiar.
And there's a river system that goes through all of this, so you'll be able to catch in a boat and drive between the different POIs. Here's one of our
Warum ist da ein Schiff reingebrochen? Kommen da Zombies raus? Das ist ein bisschen überflutet.
I mean, I love to swim, so you find me there. I'm curious what you guys think, Jack and Joe, on what the hot drop will be today, right? We've been talking about this the last couple days. This is our first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I'm just very curious where you think everyone's gonna immediately drop
schön, dass wieder volle, geile Orte, also ich muss die Map noch auswählen, sah wieder so aus, als wenn alle guten Orte am Rand wieder sind. In der Mitte nur wieder scheiße. Also Spiek ist jetzt zum Beispiel ein guter Landeort, aber es ist das einzige, was so in der Mitte ist gewesen.
Und da unten ist wieder Village und so,
ja, ist halt die Frage.
I think people will land around the edge so they stay in as long as possible in this match.
We have some news for our edge of the map players coming up.
Wieder ist mal geil, wieder die Map zu erkunden. What's new?
We've got this beautiful space to play in. How do all of these multiplayer elements we've talked about a little bit earlier, how do they fit into Warzone 2.0?
Ja, was kommt alles rüber?
Super simple answer is all the stuff we talked about in multiplayer, the stuff you saw in the multiplayer trailer, that's all in Warzone, right? It's all
okay, alles drin.
So that tactical camera works in Warzone. That
Kamera, diese Granaten.
It's all of it's been built from the ground up for both.
Die
the slide, the dive, the water, like
Wasser, Schwimmen.
More swimming.
Yeah. Oh. Nice. This is a great taste of some of the water combat.
Kommt einfach raus, Boote. Ja gut, die Map hat ja auch ein bisschen Wasser, ne? So ein einfach irgendwo im Wasser springen und mal durchschwimmen.
Yeah. See the caustics on the bottom.
Geil.
Ja, das könnte witzig werden.
I have no idea, but it sounds great and it looks incredible.
Oh.
You can see the armor coming by there with its two turrets. There's some cool stuff.
So I'm glad you brought up vehicles. Steph, you touched on vehicles a little bit earlier. What can we talk about? You know, we've seen boats, we've seen tanks, we've seen all sorts. Jack, what have we got?
So we've implemented a new physics and handling model for the vehicles. So some vehicles are heavier, some will slide more, have more traction or less traction. And as you drive them around and you're encountering them and other squads are playing with them, you can choose to shoot off the tires to kind of impact.
Du kannst auch direkt während des Fahrens aufs Dach klettern.
They react to explosive differently based on their weight. So if you're in a heavy armored 4x4 and get hit by an RPG, it's going to kind of bounce a little bit.
Wahrscheinlich normale Mine, die da auch aufschwimmen.
You can also choose with your squad to be rolling into a POI and somebody jumps out on the roof, somebody leans out the window, and suddenly you got yourself a lot of firepower driving into the POI.
Aus dem Fenster lehnen ist auch cool. Beim Fahren.
Survive for quite some time in the map if you want to keep using it to get from point to point. And vehicles will run out of gas, or at least most of them will. Will run out of gas, and then you can bring them to a gas station to fill them up. If
Mit dem Tanken, was ich gesagt habe.
Or you can bring it to a gas station to get repaired as well.
Dann wird es auch repariert.
We've got, you know, water vehicles. We've got a small boat. We've got the boat.
Ich frage, wie viel es davon gibt.
Turret at the front, turret at the back, so you can have that little moment cruising up the river with your whole squad ready to rumble. So yeah, there is so much love that's gone into these vehicles.
You forgot the coolest vehicle.
The coolest vehicle?
The massive helicopter that you can fly around.
It's a big
platform with 3 doors, and you can move a whole squad through the map.
What?
Wreak havoc. It is so cool.
Oh my god.
I mean, the fact that you can lean out of the window, you know, grab your teammates, pile in a vehicle, actually, you know, engage in battle from the window, leaning out, shooting combat.
Unless somebody blew off your door.
That won't.
That does complicate things, doesn't it?
PTSD from Joe killing me many times in our playtest.
Well, I hope the gas price is in our Mazda. Okay?
Der Gaspreis ist nicht so hoch, ja.
It's quite frankly spinning. What other massive changes have we got in store? Because it feels like there's so much that's changed. Is it still a gulag? Do we still have circles? Is it still gas? I know there are guns, but do we shoot them? What's happening?
What do you want to jump into first? Oh, Stephanie, you go ahead.
We've made some pretty sweeping changes, I think, to the high-level components of Warzone 2.0 to continue providing players with both a dynamic and rewarding VR experience. But Warzone 2.0, you're going to hear it over and over again today. It's about fun. This is about playing with your friends, having fun. You know, friends new and old. Maybe you're making them in game. And I think one particular feature that I cannot wait to see the streamers engage with will be our prox chat.
Yes.
So it's coming. It will be in Warzone, and there is going to be some amazing clips. But I think Joe can tell us a little bit more about looting in Warzone 2.0. I'm listening to that.
The streamers love prox chat.
They're like, yes.
You know, in looting in Warzone 2.0, we still have the humming crates. You know, you can still travel around and listen for those. We still have the loose loot on the ground, but we wanted to add a layer of learnability and logic to our looting, right? So if you're outside, if you're a little kid, you fall down, you hurt your knee, and your mom's going to go inside, go to the medicine cabinet and get you something to a Band-Aid, Neosporin, whatever. So that's our looting. If you need health items, you can hit a bathroom in a building and there'll be a medicine cabinet. You can open it up. If you want to get loadout items, there are these hidden caches throughout in between the POIs that are in ground, and you can memorize where they are because they're always there. So you can kind of start to develop these paths through the map of how you loot. And there's this logic applied to looting. You know, you can find toolboxes that'll have grenades and things in them. And you find these other crates that are kind of like, it's as if the military that occupied this space came through and dropped off military items. Those crates are always there. So you can always have this reliable layer to looting.
Incredible. This sounds really exciting. We go on a road trip through Al Mazrah and quite literally like have a route we plan, hit the gas station, pick up snacks, pick up ammo and all sorts. Okay, cool. So what about circle mechanics? I mean, this is obviously a huge component of BR's, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, the circle's been a staple of BRs. It's been really hard to move away from it. So we kind of talked about what could we do to mix things up with the circle.
Das ist wirklich viel wieder außerhalb. Das ist wieder scheiße.
The circle can actually split, almost like a cell splits into 2, 3, or even 4 circles. And then those circles kind of close down. And what it does is it segregates teams, and you have these micro battles in those circles. And at a certain point, you're like, okay, we've cleared out our circle.
Wie cool ist das denn?
And then those circles merge. They come back together, and you
das ist ja cool. Ja, eventuell zufällig. Erst ein großer, dann 3.
You have that final fight. So it's another kind of like twist in the gameplay that we feel like is a cool world event that would happen. Like, oh, the circle's splitting. We need to do X.
Crazy. Get in the car, we're going now!
Wenn du dann nur einen Circle zu Steam bist, ist auch cool, ja.
What about the Gulag? Is that still around? I mean, there's so much change, man. I mean, I'm ready for it, but Joe, what do we got?
The Gulag, you know, we've been experimenting with...
Wir kriegen auch den Release-Zeitpunkt. All new Gulag.
The current version of the Gulag that we have running right now, we're excited people to play, is you're not in there alone. You actually have a temporary alliance with another opponent in the map, and you have to work together, and if you can defeat the other team, you can get out, and after that you guys are enemies again. But for that moment it's like, all right, we need each other, let's do this. You use the proximity check.
Es kann also sein, dass man halt aber auch mit dem Random dann zusammen ist.
You may see a little bit of an AI presence in the Gulag, so you have to be on your toes. If you're working with an enemy, there might be an AI here, you're picking up weapons. It works like
AFK.
Yeah, We're gonna get feedback today too, and like Joe said, we've been through some
Aber wenn man dann stirbt im Gulag, aber das Team trotzdem gewinnt, sind dann beide frei, das ist dann halt die Frage. Da gehe ich mal von aus, ne?
Jack, I have heard of a new concept coming to Warzone 2.0 called Strongholds. That will include AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Strongholds. What that's all about and if it's even true.
Aber da haben wir ja schon alles so ein bisschen bewusst durch. Fortune's Keep, da wo die Helikopter kamen mit den Bots und jetzt da mit dieser Kiste auf Caldera. Und die bewachen.
We've worked really hard to bringing AI at scale into Warzone 2, and you're going to encounter them in multiple modes in different way. In BR specifically, they're in these strongholds.
Hoffentlich sind die auch so wie die aus der Kiste. Die sind ja auch wohl ein bisschen schwerer. Die da ankommen. Die aus der Kiste. Da lag eine Platte. Die lag aber anders auf dem Boden als gewohnt.
And just kind of protecting different POIs in different ways.
Unreal. Okay, so we've all heard the rumors that Warzone 2.0 is going to have some very, very interesting new modes. Would you care to confirm or deny Stephanie Snowden?
It's finally time. I have read about some new modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is confirmation that an all-new sandbox experience is coming at launch. I am happy to announce DMZ, Call of Duty's Extraction mode, will arrive with Warzone 2.0 at launch later this year. I played DMZ for the very first time on my first day at IW, and to this day, playing it non-stop, the possibilities with this game mode blow my mind.
So DMZ. I can also confirm that DMZ is real. We're not going to go into depth on it today because we do have to keep some stuff in reserve. What I can tell you though is we've created a rich sandbox where you can define your own win condition. You infiltrate Al Mazrah, you accomplish your goals, and then you decide to extract when the time is right. It is played across the whole map, and the AI is occupying large sections of the map, and they are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al Mazrah and see what's there.
Secrets of Al Mazrah. Ja, jetzt anteasern, dass es wieder krasse Easter Eggs gibt und gar nichts wird gemacht. Genauso wie bei Caldera mit den Bunkertüren, ey. Wie, die gehen nicht mehr auf. Wenn die nicht mehr aufgehen, dann ist es aber vorbei, dann spiele ich nicht mehr Warzone. Ja, Battlefield. Battlefield ist Lebe. Battlefield.
Trust me, although we're touching on some of the core updates to the overall Warzone 2.0 experience today, and mostly focusing on BR, there will be more news to share over the coming months. This is only the beginning for Warzone 2.0.
Okay, I need Warzone 2.0 and DMZ in my life ASAP. Stephanie, when?
Landstedt.
Warzone 2.0 will be free to play for everyone on November 16th.
Da war ja schon fast klar.
With the start of Season 1 across Modern Warfare 2. Mark your calendars, that's about 2 weeks after after Modern Warfare 2 launches. And we had 125 million players in the original Warzone. And I cannot wait to see all of you and hopefully more of you in Al Mazrah for this experience.
Ich bin gespannt, ob es da vorher auch noch so eine Warzone-Beta geben würde. Das wäre auch witzig.
Battle Royale Alpha playtest happening right here behind us. Very, very soon.
Yeah, the streamers are hot to trot. They're raring to go. We will see all of you in Al Mazrah on November 16th. But don't go anywhere just yet. Stick around because when we come back, you'll see just what Warzone looks like when it's built up from the ground for mobile. You're not going to want to miss this, I promise. Then after that, we have live gameplay coming at us with all of our friends set up across each and every Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. We've got Warzone 2.0, Battle Royale. We've got Warzone Mobile. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Go too far.
Warzone Mobile.
Next, brought to you by the GMC Hummer EV pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. Intel, built for the next generation of gaming. Squad up sooner with Xfinity rewards. Get early access to Modern Warfare 2's open beta. Jack Links. Squad up with Sasquatch. Jack Links is good with it. Eureka Ergonomic. Leading designer in gaming furniture and proud partner of Modern Warfare 2.
Das sieht nach einer Französin aus. Die sah nach Frankreich aus. Wie sagst du? Ja.
Oh, das ist ja hier Mobile, oder? Was ist das denn? More Players. Geil. Verdanks ist back. Und Caldera wahrscheinlich. Ne, das ist auch Verdanks, oder? Aber boah, auf dem Handy das zu spielen, stelle ich mir echt schwierig vor. Schön. Oh, Stadion! Alter! Captain Price! Captain Price ist heiß. Gulag. Lass mal mit Schwanz rumspielen, ey. Die sieht ein bisschen aus wie Ding. Die von Walking Dead. Die Stumme. On Mobile. Können die nicht einfach Verdanks trotzdem noch mal kurz wiederbringen? Oh, einmal nur so. Was bist du denn, ey?
We got Warzone 2.0 and Modern Warfare 2 already good to go. But finally, we're hitting something new here. Coming into mobile, we got Warzone Mobile 2 here for you. It's me, Beef Mommy, and I couldn't be more excited to be here with none other than Chris Plummer. And Chris, what do you have for us today?
Ah, vielleicht mal reingucken, aber
proud to introduce Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Yeah. This is the real thing and it's on your phone.
Und wann? Ach, guck mal. Das sieht auf jeden Fall schön aus, Verdanks wieder zu haben. Alpha.
I mean, honestly, it just gives me so much nostalgia, but wait a minute, Chris.
Er kennt ja, dass es ein Handyspiel ist.
You know, this is where Warzone gameplay was born, and we're bringing the legendary Verdansk map to mobile for the very first time from its hallmark vistas.
Das ist ein bisschen Klötzchen-Grafik, aber ist gut. Oh, guck mal, da sind auch die Häuser, diese gebauten. Ja, nicht die Farm.
Kaputten Häuser.
Boneyard.
August. Teaming with favorite locations like Boneyard and Superstore. Even TV station.
Well, I'm getting classic Call of Duty Warzone flashbacks here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about the gameplay? Or, you know what, maybe just give me your phone real quick. Maybe I can see for myself. No?
You know, the team has a passion for delivering the most authentic Call of Duty experience possible for mobile devices.
Schön, dass Verdanks dabei. Aber schade, dass nicht. Bin gespannt, wann er rauskommt. Weil es sein Tipp kommt dann vor MW2 raus.
The feedback, the sights and sounds, all those essential little touches are
ich kann mir schon fast vorstellen, dass er ein bisschen eher rauskommt. Erst Warzone Mobile, dann MW2 und dann...
Imagine those tiny shockwaves of recoil moving through your entire body with every shot. In Warzone Mobile, these are the kind of details we care about that make the combat feel airtight and authentic.
That makes me really emotional, Chris. And you know, it sounds like everyone's paying attention to detail and it's finally paying off. Now, when I think of Call of Duty Warzone, I think about strategy.
Absolutely. There's a lot more going on than pure gunplay. For example, when you're out there exploring a map and evading the gas circle collapse, you can try to sneak up on another player and pull off a finishing move. It's like ultimate bragging rights. And if you're feeling more strategic,
You and your squad, they can complete contracts. Use that cash at buy stations. There's a ton of variety there, including lots of different abilities like bringing back a fallen squad mate.
Ich glaube auch Handy ist das recht schwer, oder?
Now, that contract economy, it adds a ton of
Ausprobieren kann man es
depth
ja
and
mal
strategy,
wirklich, ne? Also
and reward.
mal reingucken, weil es Verdanks ist. Einfach mal wieder zurück nach Verdanks.
Yes, everything you come to expect from Warzone, it's going to be there, especially kill streaks. This means you can deploy your big stick of choice like precision airstrike. You might be able to wipe out an entire squad with it. So not so fortunate for them, but they're not necessarily down for the count either because we have the gulag. So here players can fight for a second chance. So when you go down, you get to fight one-on-one with another down
Geil, ey. Ja, was ist das denn da vorne? Ah, stimmt, da war ja noch so eine Quad-Rennstrecke. Da beim, nicht der Factory, dann 120 Spieler. Mein Spiel. Für so ein Handyspiel richtig krass, glaube ich.
Wait,
Was?
hold on. Did you just say 120 players? Or do you mean bots? Because it seems like in Battle Royale games on mobile, they're usually loaded up with boring bots.
Well, we believe it's critically important and a lot more fun to play with real, live, human opponents.
Also ohne
and
Bots.
That's our focus. So for anyone who's tired of playing with nothing but bots, we hear you. We're talking up to 120 real players ready to hunt you down with real human skill and real human emotions. That is Call of Duty Warzone.
Glaube ich jetzt, wenn
Can
ich
we hear
sehe.
you in the crowd? Everyone's excited, and absolutely it is huge. And I don't think there's a game on mobile that can top that.
Gigabyte hat er 30.
How are you able to even pull that off?
We can support real player counts at dramatically higher scale than we've ever seen in other Battle Royale games on mobile because Warzone Mobile is running on advanced, unified Call of Duty technology. This is the same shared tech behind the console and PC versions of Warzone 2.0. It gives us a ton of advantages, like these incredibly high player counts, authentic Call of Duty combat and gameplay systems, and it opens the door to a much more connected experience across all platforms.
Auf jeden Fall cool aus.
So when you say more connected, does that mean that Warzone Mobile will share content and features that will be in the console and PC version of Warzone 2.0?
Exactly. Delivering a deeply connected experience, it's been a strategic pillar from the beginning of development. Now, we know that your time is precious, and your investment in playing is now recognized across Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2.0, and
Ja,
Warzone
genau.
Mobile. So wherever
Levelst
you're
auch dein
playing Call
Battle
of
Pass,
Duty, it
wenn du
is
Mobile
time well
spielst.
spent, including on mobile. Even your friends list and chat are shared across platforms, so you can stay in touch with your friends, whether they're playing on console or PC or mobile, wherever they choose to play.
Ja, und dann mit dem Handy spielst du ein paar Menschen, levelst du den auch. Also wenn du mal irgendwo bei deiner Klientin sitzt und gerade Zeit hast und eine Runde in Warzone reinspringst.
Call of Duty weapons and operators recognized from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. And whatever you get from the Battle Pass, you will see it on console or PC. It'll also be there on your mobile device too. And the other way around.
Ja, genau, also egal wie du es levelst. Ja, das ist wirklich cool. Da habe ich jetzt irgendwie nicht mit gerechnet. Ja. Weil beim Call of Duty Dings, hier Mobile, levelst du ja nichts am Battle Pass mit. Ja, hast du auch gespeichert. Grimbo stinkt. Ah ne, hast du letztes Mal wieder geändert. Ich hatte den Scheiß bei irgendwo aufschreiben. Oh nein, Special Moon.
Sounds like the game will be tied into the Call of Duty franchise pretty nicely.
Musst du das anmachen.
Will there be mobile specific events or content that is
Lohnt sich das gleich noch überhaupt eine Runde zu spielen? Lohnt sich das gleich noch zu zocken? Weiß ich nicht. Ja, ich gehe mal davon aus, dass er nicht mehr lange ist. Ja, ja, würde ich auch sagen.
A lot of it comes down to tuning.
And this is why we're supporting synchronous crossplay between
Crossplay.
iOS and Android
Every
platforms
platform.
exclusively on mobile.
Das ist schön.
And we're avoiding the imbalance that comes with crossplaying between mobile devices and consoles or mobile to PC.
Das klappt nicht,
This
oder?
allows our teams to deliver the best possible mobile gameplay experience with a unified feel. And by doing this, we don't need to compromise the tuning for any platform. This ensures a level playing field and more fun for everyone. Now, keeping those controls balanced for all
Frag mich,
player
wie das mit
types
dem Loadout
is
dann
super important.
funktioniert.
So whether you're the
Wenn du
hardest
direkt Waffen
hardcore
vorgelevelt
pro,
hast, Zuschauer
or maybe
fliegen,
you're a
klappt also.
console first player that's sneaking in an extra match during your lunch break. Even brand new players to the franchise who need a little help getting into the flow of the game. We are
Das sah jetzt auch aus wie Bots, ey, wie die da rumstanden. Guck mal, da wirst du abgeholt. Wupp.
I love that accessibility.
Rasen
And
sieht aus,
that
als hätte er
means
sich
all my
geritzt.
friends can get in on the action for a change, but how do they sign up?
Reaktion auch. Aber wann?
Well, it's time to get your mobile devices ready because I'm super excited to announce that starting right now, you can pre-register for your free
Das ist nicht so
download
schlimm.
in the Google Play Store. Signing up means that you can be among the first to play when the game launches next year. We look forward to seeing everyone
Nächstes
in Call
Jahr.
of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Nächstes Jahr?
That being said,
Okay.
hey,
Ach, war ich mal ganz falsch.
he's literally the first one to pre-reg.
Ich hätte eher gedacht, dass das jetzt schon ein bisschen eher rauskommt.
Hey guys, Berg here, and I am thrilled to be one of the first to pre-register for Call of Duty Warzone
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Ja, haben wir gemacht, habe ich gerade gemacht, also
Tell your friends, because the more pre-registrations
könnt ihr
we
auch
try,
machen.
the more rewards we can earn, like special weapons, vinyls, and emblems. Plus, if we reach the top milestone of 25 million pre-registers, we're going to unlock a super cool secret reward you're not going to want to miss. What are you waiting for? Sign up using the QR code below.
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Mobile. Ja. Ja. Oh, gut.
We are back. It's Miles here, joined by Maven, Alicat, and Nameless Studio. What?
Studio, whoa!
Adults have left us alone on the desk, and now it's our time to have some fun. I don't know about you guys, but okay, it's been a pretty litty day so far.
Yeah.
Where do we even start? I mean, dude, mobile, bro. It's a new era of Call of Duty.
Listen, Miles, I've been addicted to Call of Duty for over a decade. And you're telling me I can be in the airport playing Warzone now? Back in Verdansk? That's lit. Also,
Back in Verdansk.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's insane. There's no shortage of crazy stuff coming my way. Ali,
Yeah.
I mean, lay it on me. Multiplayer for Warzone, for Modern Warfare 2, insane.
It's incredible. We actually got to load up with some of the players yesterday, a little bit of a pre-test.
Ich finde krasse Brille, so kantig. Hey, ist die kantig? Das sieht so aus, als wäre die kantig, aber ich glaube, die ist rund, oder?
Truly.
Es sieht so aus, also.
My good friend, you've played more Warzone than most people on the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah,
How you feeling?
8 hours a day for years, it feels like. It just seems fresh, man. The map, like everything about it, triple circles, the water, the boats. I mean, I was like
Triple Circles, das hört sich echt interessant an.
there, placing them under vehicles, trying to blow them up and set booby traps. And now you're telling me I could do them in not only land, but also the sea.
Das heißt ja, du bist irgendwo wirklich gelandet, wo wenig los ist, und dann kommst du nur mit so einem Team in den letzten Alten, und dann geht's mit den anderen erstmal.
Und dann gehen die drei anderen ein.
Ja. Also irgendwie wirklich cool. Könnten jetzt auf Caldera mal ausprobieren.
This is it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Command Center, presented by Xfinity Rewards.
Haben sie doch schon alle auf dem Bildschirm an, siehst du doch.
Today, Xfinity customers, they can start playing Modern Warfare 2 sooner with Xfinity Rewards. Visit
Dürfen jetzt wahrscheinlich erst anfangen.
/rewards to get your code for early access to the open beta. It's free and it's easy to join. Guys, I mean, every time I sit down, I take a breather, I'm like, there's so much. But first and foremost, guys, before we get into this one, there's so many streamers here.
Da, Gameplay, Warzone Mobile Gameplay,
here today. Massive shout out to those guys.
Ground War Gameplay.
On every desk. Explain.
I couldn't believe it. Cloaksy is here. Like the fact that he actually made the trip out, I figured they had to have something special. The fact that you have a dedicated PC to the streaming side and to the gameplay side, and it's set up for this many people. Intel, thank you.
Ridiculous.
This is incredible. It's incredible.
Ridiculous. We're actually almost ready to get into the gameplay, guys. I mean, Ali, you teased it.
Wir dürfen jetzt alles machen.
A little.
We played a tiny bit.
I could have an accent too.
I'm getting mocked here. My my bloody desk. We got to play a tiny bit yesterday.
Yes.
It was pretty fun. But now we get to watch 200 streamers, some of the world's finest, quite literally from almost every part of the planet.
200 Streamer brauche ich auch jetzt nicht zu gucken, wie die spielen.
What can we expect?
It's going to get loud. It's going to get incredibly loud. Yesterday it was loud, and I believe like not even everybody has shown up yet. So now that we have a full building of all of these creators, all of these PCs, I'm expecting people to get up and start screaming, Miles. It's going
Tatsächlich, die können wirklich am Handy das auch schon spielen, ey.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like Bobby Pop, if he's on a subtrain or something, Lord knows.
Aber wir haben da 200 Streamer eingeladen. Wie kriegen die denn eine Warzone-Lobby voll mit 120 Leuten beim Mobile?
Is a testament to how pumped up everyone gets about Call of Duty.
Ich weiß das
like
nicht.
The fact that there are this many big name streamers in attendance, we're going to see some incredible gameplay, go through the various modes. I mean, this is going to be a real treat. It really is.
I mean, and you've been around a long time in the Call of Duty world. In this venue right now, we've got streamers and players from, you know, all across North America, all, you know, South America. We've got players all over Japan, Australia, you name them. We are all over here. Mobile players everywhere. How do you describe the vibe in the room?
Haben wir alles jetzt gesehen? Multiplayer? Oder Warzone gesehen? Warzone Dings?
They're going hard, right? Like I was talking to some of the Warzone guys, repos. He's like, I'm here to fry. Zuma's ready to go. So I'm interested to see them with these new weapons and the guns that they come up with, especially our new game modes.
Cut in der Augenbraue.
As much as they're here for their love of Call of Duty, they're also here because they want that banger clip. Like everybody wants, like you know, like you're trying to go out and fry some of these big names, get a clip out on social, your YouTube, whatever it's going to be. So yeah, I'm sure people are going hard in the paint or falling to their deaths at their Tim. I'm sure we're gonna have a couple of those.
I'll go a little bit of that later on. I think we're actually ready to hop into gameplay.
Ach, guck mal. Oh ja, guck mal, die spielen jetzt gerade.
And he's already down and out, but we are playing, I believe this is Hardpoint and Mercado, nameless.
Yeah, you know, I didn't get to play this map yesterday, but
Richtig schlechte Grafik, ey.
It's a lot more vibrant than some of the MW games that we've had in the past. There's so many more colors. And that's something that I always enjoy, especially with Call of Duty, when it's more vibrant. You can see more on the map.
I think sometimes you go dev to dev, and yeah, it's like you have more realism.
Guck mal, rechts sehen wir auch die Squeaks.
Some will have a little bit more color, but like this map in particular, yeah, the second we saw like the fly through of this, it just looks gorgeous. It really does. And I'm not that I had any concerns about the visual side of it because they're knocking out of the park every year, but
ja, klar,
it's just aesthetically pleasing.
Also 6 gegen 6.
Very, very pretty. That is of course Dr. Lupo. You can watch him stream this live every single
Ja, aber brauchen wir uns ja nicht angucken, ne? Wir können ja eine Runde noch spielen, ne? Jo. Schöne Sache, Harry.
Yeah, it's unreal. I mean, all these guys are going hard. You can see he's locked in.
Lass mal im Hintergrund laufen. So, dann müssen wir jetzt hier wieder starten das Spiel.
You can dance.
Dance with Friends. Nee, ich will ja nicht. Dance with Franz.